Hello. As I mentioned last time, I'm visiting Oregon right now. Specifically, I'm in Corvallis, Oregon. But let's start out with some clips from my visit to Portland, Oregon. Big cities are big. Waiting for a friend to get lunch, and I just thought I'd show you how we're sort of in a valley made of buildings. Pretty buildings, but big buildings. Big, pretty buildings. Yeah, so this is Portland. Woo! Public water fountains are very nice. But I think it says something about the Pacific Northwest mentality that they are left running all the time. I just spent the last 2 or so hours on that bench and that bench reading paper towns. That building, which you can barely see, I guess, is one of my favorites of this trip. If you look towards the top, you might be able to make out some wind turbines. And I think that's just awesome that they're, I don't know, 30 floors off the ground are 4 wind turbines just plugging away. There's also a church. You can see the top of it. Maybe that's a steeple poking out through the tree. But yeah, this is the end of the day in Portland. The buildings are huge. A better view of the church. It's the Presbyterian one. And I can tell this because there's a pretty garden behind it. There are some really beautiful churches here in downtown Portland. I really like the Presbyterian one, the First Congregational one, First Baptist one, and I think a Unitarian one, but that may be the Congregational one I was talking about. Anyway, there are 4 I really like, but you're probably only going to get to see that one. And there is the building again behind it. Okay, maybe you can, yes, you can see the wind turbines here. Just chugging away up there. I think my biggest problem with cities is how stark the contrast is between the wealth that's up there and how much poverty happens down here, where the rest of us are. Well, maybe not right here. This seems to be a fairly nice part of town. But as beautiful as the buildings are, and as fun as I think it would be to live up there, I'm not sure I ever want to be the kind of person who's able to live up there. Superficially, lots of people smoke in cities also. So, that's not my favorite. For lunch on Sunday, we ate at the Washington Mall food court. This is the first time I'd been in a mall since the last time I'd been in a mall, which I don't remember when was, and I only went in one store with him, but it was the Lego store, and he bought a Lego kit, and how would you like to watch us build it, or at least see pictures of it in different stages of completion? This will quite soon be an Imperial Star Destroyer. I think Victory class, but I'm told Imperial. Step 1, as you may note in the instruction manual, is to move from the carpet we were on to this table. So, having done that, now let's begin this. You may notice that as per the instructions, we have separated everything by color. When I was a kid, we didn't have to do this. Star Destroyer or medieval torture device? You decide. This is sort of 1/2 of the bottom of the Star Destroyer. It'll look a lot better once we have 3 more of them. But that's what it's going to look like at the start. Ooh, you can see my camera there. And that thing in the middle helps it stand up. It's looking better. Now we've got both of the bottom pieces. The shipyard is certainly busy today. We've affixed the engines. Could take it for a test drive, except for it doesn't have any superstructure on the top. During this, I sort of made reference to that scene where the A-Wing flies through the bridge of a Star Destroyer. And my friend who was actually building it corrected me, telling me that it was actually a Super Star Destroyer that happened to. So I have awesome friends. That's the moral of that story. Now it has a bridge, it has shields. Witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station. That pretty much sums up my Portland visit, which I really enjoyed, but I'm glad to be in Corvallis, which I consider to be more my home. Hopefully, next video will show you some of Corvallis, but no promises since I don't know what it'll be about or when it will happen. Have fun!